Hey Miss Gia's class, welcome to your second video for today, Wednesday, June 3rd. We're going to be doing a story time, and I'm going to read you guys the story of Starry-Eyed Stan. But this doesn't mean you just get to relax and close your eyes and not listen. Because part of your work after we finish the story will be to put the story in the correct order. So that means that you need to pay attention and listen to the story so you can remember what comes first, what comes next, what comes after that. All right? So you have to be active listeners. That means that you are listening and paying attention. Got it? All right. Let's start Starry-Eyed Stan. Have you ever heard a starfish sing? I'm not sure if they can. Apart from one young boastful champ, a star whose name was Stan. One day he got up on the stage with fans all gathered round. And as he sang, they cheered and swooned. Oh, what a gorgeous sound! There is Stan singing with his cool hair and his sunglasses and all of the fans. They're Stan fans because it rhymes. But the smell of all the creatures who assembled in one spot attracted a quite nasty crab whose name was Lancelot. He said, what have we here? A feast of fish galore. I'll eat my fill and then come back to munch on even more. So this crab is very crabby. No, he's very angry. Not angry, he's kind of mean. He wants to eat all the fish that are listening to the concert. Now, when the fish saw Lancelot, they all began to flee. To flee means to run away. But starfish find that tricky, so they tend to freeze, you see. So all the starfish started attaching themselves to the rocks because they didn't run away. Young Stan still hadn't noticed that his audience was gone. He was caught up in the moment, so continued singing on. So did Stan realize that the Lancelot crab is coming? No, he didn't. Look at, he's closed his eyes, he's just singing in his world. He doesn't realize that the crab is coming. Then Lancelot approached him with a hungry-looking grin, but stopped and started shouting, oh, good gracious, what's that din? That din is another word for noise. So, do you think Lancelot likes the music? Yeah, I don't think, probably not, right? If he's saying like, oh, I don't like this, he's crying, he's covering his crab ears, so it doesn't look like he likes the music. The tune was just too lovely for a grouchy crab to bear. So he didn't like that the music was so happy. You did it! All the starfish cried. You saved us with your flair! Yay! Please teach us all to sing as well. We need a new defense. But Stan just laughed. You'll never learn. My talent's too immense. So, did Stan want to help out the starfish? Not really, right? They were asking if he could teach them how to sing, so that next time the crab came, they could protect themselves. But he tells them, you'll never learn. My talent's just too good. I'm so much better at it than you. Doesn't sound very kind. The next day, Stan was singing to an audience of eels when his show was interrupted by some not too distant squeals. Eek! Help! Then suddenly there came a noise, a click, and then a clack. And everybody knew that Grumpy Lancelot was back. And what's he wearing? Uh-oh. What does he have on his ears? His crab ears. Yeah, he's got like headphones, but maybe they like block out the noise. Stan stood strong and faced him as he sang with all his might. But Lancelot looked different and seemed far less full of fright. What's happening? What's going on with the music? Yeah, it's not bothering Lancelot. Just as Stan had lost all hope, he heard a little yelp. It was Jay. Here's Jay, the tiny starfish, who just knew she had to help. Well, what can Jay do? What can this tiny starfish do to help Stan? Let's see. Jay could hear her voice was wobbling as she struggled with the song, and she knew for it to work, she'd need more friends to sing along. So she hunted high and low, behind the rocks, and in the cave, and she begged the other starfish to join in and to be brave. This is kind of like what we've been talking about this week, that if we're scared of something, we have to be brave and we have to stand up and fight or to not be scared anymore. So Jay is trying to get the starfish to be courageous, to have courage. Then, one by one, each starfish stood until they formed a crowd. And the song began to grow as each one bellowed loud and proud. So look, at first they start little by little to sing, and then more join, and suddenly it's tons of starfish. Vibrations moved the water and soon rocked the ocean bed, and the sound waves blew the ear defenders off the big crab's head. Look, his earmuffs, his ear defenders don't work anymore because they all worked together. The crab just couldn't stand the noise, and so he ran away. Grrr! Then the singing turned to cheers of, "Yes, we did it! Oh, hooray!" Stan stood humbly on the stage to thank his tiny friend and all the other starfish who had helped him in the end. Oh, so do you think Stan learned something? What do you think he learned? He promised to make up for all the selfishness he'd shown, as he knew that he could not defeat old Lancelot alone. Yeah, so he learned that he needed to ask his friends for help and to be kind to his friends so they would help him. He told them all to meet him in the morning by the stage and to bring along their friends of any species, size, or age. For Stan had formed a plan to keep the nasty crab away. What do you think the plan is? What is Stan's plan? That rhymes, Stan's plan. Let's see what happens. With some music and some teamwork and the best friends in the bay. This says Stan's singing school. So look, everybody is joining in, everybody is singing, they're learning to do new things. So Stan is good at something and he's sharing that with his friends. And it's great because that will keep the crab away. So they're working together for something good. Good idea, Stan. I like that idea. The end. All right, friends. So now you have a printable where it's going to ask you to tell me the order of the story. So what happens first? What happens after that? What happens next? Then what happens? So it's up to you to remember. And if you don't remember, that's okay, because the link for the story is in the instructions. So friends, I hope you enjoyed Starry-Eyed Stan. Don't forget, like the book says, if you're ever in doubt, if you need help, you have lots of friends that you can ask for help. So I will see you tomorrow in Zoom. Have a great Wednesday. Bye.